Today I'm going to be talking about inequalities involving absolute value. To solve absolute value inequalities, you need to get the absolute value alone on one side of the inequality sign. So that's the first step. Get the absolute value by itself. The second step is to drop the absolute value signs and set up the inequalities two ways. The first way, just leave it the way it is without the absolute value sign. The second way, you're going to flip the inequality sign and change the sign of the number on the other side of the inequality sign. So if you're using less than or equal to, think of it this way. It's less than, so you use the word and. If it's greater or equal to, great or, so you use or. The last thing that you need to know is absolute value cannot be negative. So, for example, if you have a problem that looks like this, you've got, say, the absolute value of x plus 3 is less than -5, you know automatically that's no solution because an absolute value cannot be less than a negative number, because anything less than a number would also be negative, and absolute value cannot be negative. Okay, so in this problem, I've got the absolute value of 8x plus 2 is less than 42. So less than, you're going to use the word and. So I'm going to set it up both ways. So my first way, I'm going to say 8x plus 2 is less than 42. There's where and comes in. So I'm going to use and 8x plus 2 is greater than a negative 42. So you see right here that I flipped the sign and I made that a negative. So change the sign. Okay, so then you're just going to work these out both ways. So I subtract 2 from both sides. I get 8x is less than 40. To get the x by itself, I divide both sides by 8, and I get x is less than 5. And then, again, your word and comes down. And you do the same thing on this side. So subtract the 2. 8x is greater than negative 44. And then divide both sides by 8. Just reduce this fraction. It's going to be an improper fraction, but that's okay. I want it to be simplified. So I can simplify this by dividing both of these by 4. So I get negative 11 over 2. So both of these are my answers. Now, I want you to draw this on a number line. So watch. Negative 11 over 2 is less than 5, so that's going to be like this. They're both open circles because it's not or equal to. So x is less than 5, so I go this way. But x is greater than negative 11 over 2, so I go this way. So it's going to be in between. Now, I can rewrite this if I wanted to. Negative 11 over 2 is less than x, and that is less than 5. I would prefer it this way.